Dr. Muhammad Imadur Rahman, what are the chances of restating peace negotiations given both sides hardened stances and the failure of recent diplomacy? Because we have seen NATO also trying, but Putin is not listening anyone.
So, Vladimir Putin has some ideas that it's not only Ukraine, it's actually regions like Crimea, then Donetsk, then Luhansk. All those regions belong to Russia, to the Russian presidency. And I think this is something that does not go along with what Georgia or Ukraine thinks. And then of course Ukraine thinks that they should have their territorial sovereignty. So we see there are some points where there is a clear deadlock. It's not so easy to reconcile on those points. I see that only option is if there is very strong Western and global pressure on both the countries here. Actually, I think maybe my personal opinion, Vladimir Putin is simply just waiting that Western countries become tired of supporting Ukraine, and then a solution will come. And at the same time, I think Ukraine is hoping on Western countries will continue to support them. So it's in one place. I see that very clearly. So I clearly see that China has a big role to play here, to bring the balance in, to bring some actions in. There are some ceasefire plans from different countries, like even from Vatican. There was a plan also, but these were only on paper. There was no push behind it. So a global push is needed. It needs to be done very soon. And I think all the political or the public press gimmick that the United States administration is showing, I think I don't see anything serious from them. I think they also need to be serious and then really put real pressure on both sides and then solve this issue.
So some commentators from Washington are saying that United States and China has a consensus on Russia, put them busy into war and let us be stronger. I just need a very small question and a small answer. Do you think thousands of sanctions can really weaken Vladimir Putin to continue the war?
I don't think so. Sanction doesn't help anyone. I mean, America sanctioned China. What happened? China developed their own technologies and so on, right? So I don't think this is a blatant abuse of international systems. So I don't think that it really helps. I think there must be other ways of bringing. So let's be very honest, okay? European countries cannot survive without buying Russian oil. That's a reality.
Yes.
They have to buy it, right? So as long as Russia has that access to that income and so on, how will they stop them? So I think it's not on the sanction. Solution is not on the sanction. Solution is on the table. Actually, they need to come sit together and listen to what Russia wants, and then also listen to what Ukraine wants, and then have a solution. One thing for sure, I believe in it, is that no country should be allowed to go and attack another sovereign country. That basis has to be maintained.
That UN Charter must be maintained.
Must be maintained.
India is a big country, but Indian foreign policy has lost its all neighboring friends, including China, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Maldives, and in recent times Bangladesh also. We don't see any hope about the SAARC. My question would be, Dr. Muhammad Imadur Rahman, he is a very versatile gentleman. How should regional cooperation be strengthened, especially the areas of trade, climate, resilience and public health in South Asia, where India does not have any interest about even SAARC?
Yeah, I wanted to start with this, that we either need to revive or reform SAARC, but I think that is a little bit dead end, at least for now and for some time in future. What is needed, a way around could be to have issue-based sub-regional forums or FTAs, these free trade agreements and so on. So between countries on items or issues which matters between, let's say, just as an example, between Bangladesh and Nepal and so on. So I think this is one way that we really need to explore more. When I look at it from the Bangladeshi interest point of view, yeah. And then one very important thing is that we really need to look into the cross-border logistics. In this region, we still doubt each other. We still don't take each other as, in a friendly manner. So what happens is that I just saw these statistics and I was really surprised. In ASEAN region, Southeast Asia region, their total trade volume, 25% of this intra-regional, and in this region, it's only 5%. For us, in the South Asian region, it's only 5% is intra-regional. The rest is we are doing outside, and I think it's a pity, because once you do intra-regional, your logistics cost, a lot of the
you
cost,
can do better margin.
Your overhead goes down in many different ways. So I see that these two things, this issue-based sub-regional platforms, FTAs between the countries on specific issues, and then to actually ease the cross-border logistics, customs and tariffs and many other things that I clearly see from business point of view. And from climate point of view, I think, for example, we have a very, very endangered area, these Sundarbans, right, between India and Bangladesh. And I think this is a joint responsibility where countries should come together and try to solve issues which actually matters to both of us. So these kind of collaborations are really needed. I mean, you look at the Bay of Bengal, or you look at the Arab Sea. If there is a weather warning or a disaster warning, it impacts everyone. It impacts Myanmar, it impacts us, it impacts India. So we need to have joint collaborations and work together. It doesn't make sense that everyone is spending separately and then no one system is actually good enough, right?
There are some news that Pakistan, Bangladesh and India, China, Pakistan, Bangladesh and China are going to create some treaties among these three countries to face Indian aggression or Indian dominance on this region. I want to put this question to Dr. Muhammad Imadur Rahman's table, because he has a European experience, North American experience, now South Asian experience. So do you think this kind of new initiative by China is going to work to face the dominance of some big brother?
I obviously see that this will bring a balance. That's very clear that it will bring a balance. So in that way, I think it is a good thing that it will bring a balance in this region. And it also provides us a new opportunity to look into another solution.
Right.
For any technical solution and so on, for many years we have been dependent on Europe and US, and once we have this solution which is in place, it also gives us that opportunity, and probably it also gives us a cost effectiveness in some ways. So I would see that for China there is a lot to prove, because West have been the passion for technology. All this while I mean, look at it. Somebody needed a disease came out, and we need a vaccine. It came from West. Let's be very clear, right? So because that where everything was the center there. So if we decentralize it, it's good for the world and it's good for us, I would say.
Such India is not sharing even the meteorological information with us, which is putting us into a huge flood, and public health is going to be destroyed. India is killing the people. Will they take the responsibility not sharing the meteorological reports, because it is a UN Charter and Geneva Convention to share if there is any meteorological reports or forecast? I want to put this question to you because you are a very technical person.
According to the UN Charter, it is, I don't know the legal term, you may know it better. I don't think it's illegal, but it's not a friendly gesture, At least that I can clearly say. Look at our water resources. I mean, the way our neighboring country is actually withholding them with us. It's also illegal. It's not legal according to the UN Charter. So these kind of things, I think we have a responsibility from Bangladeshi side to make sure that in the world stage we need to really raise these issues again and again. And for our survival, we need to find a solution to solve those. And in those cases, collaboration with China and other countries may really help us.
Yeah.